The Chinese leader Xi Jinping has made an unusually direct criticism of Washington, saying that the balloon incident is just one of a series of American actions which show that the US is trying to encircle and contain his country. It appears to be part of a concerted effort by the Chinese leadership, which is gathered in Beijing for the National People's Congress. China's foreign minister has also voiced criticisms, saying that the US knew China's balloon posed no threat, but overreacted to create a diplomatic crisis. Washington has claimed the balloon was part of a sprawling Chinese intelligence collection program. Well, our China correspondent Stephen McDonnell updated us on what President Xi had said.
This has been a very high-profile, two-pronged attack on the US from the Chinese government, not only involving the foreign minister, but also the supreme leader, Xi Jinping, no less. Now, he made a speech in which he said that the West, as led by the US, was encircling and containing China, and that this represented a serious threat for this country. Now, we don't know a lot more about what he said because that was a speech behind closed doors to these business delegates at a political advisory body. But Foreign Minister Qin Gang held a press conference on the sidelines of the National People's Congress. He said that unless Washington hits the brakes soon instead of ramping up tensions, that there was a real risk of conflict between the US and China. He went through these various points of tensions. For example, the balloon incident. Now, he said that was basically an accident, but the US hyped it up, leading to a diplomatic crisis. He said that the Biden administration, when it speaks about competition with China, really means trying to control China, trying to constrain it. And in terms of the Ukraine war, he said that China had put forward a peace plan for Ukraine, but that the proposals for peace were being stifled by this invisible actor, this invisible hand. Now, it's pretty obvious he's talking about the US there, but the accusation from Qin Gang is this invisible hand wanted the conflict to continue in Ukraine for its own geopolitical ends. So this is a very serious allegation being levelled at the US that it wants the war there to keep going. You know, in recent times, we've had a lot of tension between Washington and Beijing, and it does seem to continue to deteriorate. It seems it was not that long ago that there was to be this visit by the US Secretary of State to Beijing to try to repair relations. And yet now we have this tension increasing and even more dire warnings coming from the Chinese side as to what this tension could lead to.